Happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I'm sure you noticed that the setting is a little bit different. My family and I have the pleasure of being in Florida visiting with family, and we even got a chance to spend a couple of days in the parks. So it has been a lovely vacation, but wanted to make sure that we continued the conversation. Last week we talked about how the past can impact our present. Well, this week we're going to talk about our present. So had the opportunity to see Chris Salas deliver his TED Talk. The link will be down below so that you have the opportunity to see it well. Short TED Talk, really interesting. But he said a quote, wind's picking up. He said a quote that made me stop in my tracks. And that quote was that as human beings, when faced with adversity, we see the glass as half empty until we finally get to the point where we see the glass as half full. But we are never truly happy until we appreciate that we have a glass in the first place. So what does this mean? Well, around November, we talked about living a life of gratitude, being thankful for what you have. This is taking it to that next level, being intentional about what we have, being grateful about what we have. How does this tie into leadership? Have you ever caught yourself saying, I don't understand why they can't just do their job. I'm surrounded by children. Why can't they just act like adults? Why do my employees do X, Y, and Z? That is looking at the glass as half empty instead of understanding this is my team. Whether I like it or not, this is my team. While I worked at Disney, for many of you may not know this, but Walt Disney World was unionized. And if you've ever had the opportunity to work with a union, it's a whole different beast. Working with the union taught me how to be a better leader. Because I couldn't just get rid of somebody because I didn't like them. I couldn't discipline somebody out for bogus reasons. I had to be airtight. If we were disciplining a unionized cast member for any reason, whether it was termination or just basic discipline or even a coaching conversation that was a little intense, I had to make sure that I had all of my I's dotted and all of my T's crossed. And it taught me how to drive change in my teams without the traditional disciplinary measures. One of the ways that I did this was I would intentionally look at my team and come up with reasons why I was grateful for each and every one of them. Sometimes it was challenging, and it took me a little bit longer for some than it did for others, but it helped train me as to how to look at my employees and how to look at those that chose to allow me to lead them and find why I was grateful for them. It allowed me to be grateful for the glass and understand that I had it. I had a team. I had a great job. I had something that I enjoyed. So what was I going to do with the situation? So remember, look around, be grateful. Be grateful that you have the glass, whether it's half full or half empty. You have it. Don't forget to leave what you learned in the notes. Can't wait to hear about it. Check out the TED Talk whenever you have time. And don't forget, you got this.